Hello gamers, it is Instagamer and welcome to Warriors of Glory. I am super excited for this game for a couple of reasons. One, it is new, and two, I have a giveaway for you, and three, I've got some extra special tips and tricks coming up for you at the end of the video, as well as the details of that giveaway, so stay tuned. This is a sponsored video, which is why I am able to do that giveaway for you. But I've been playing this game for a while now, while being a couple hours, and I'm already addicted. I legit love it and can't wait to share it with you. So, without further ado, let us enter the game. So you can already see up here, I've played a couple of different profiles, all of whom are assassins. Anyway, if you know me, you know that assassins are just my favorite. Assassins and rogues are my favorite type of class to play in an RPG. And this game is an RPG and an awesome one on mobile too, by the way. So, this is my character so far. And what we're going to do is I'm going to create a new character with you so that you could see everything that goes into the game. So the first class we have of 3 classes in the game is the Barbarian, which is like your warrior type class. They're those ham-hock fisty guys that have to get really up close, and they can take a lot of damage and they can dish a lot of damage, but they have to be in the heat of the battle. Then you have the Assassin. And the Assassin is all about being agile, so you do have to be up close. However, you're agile to get yourself out of harm's way as needed. And then finally, we have the Mage
Fire
class.
is my sword. Ice is my shield.
And she looks pretty awesome. She is a wizard, and I really want to play her because she's the only girl in this game. But you know me, I gotta stick with my rogue type characters. So as much as I want to play her, we're gonna go ahead and create an assassin. And we're gonna jump right in. I'm actually gonna take you through the tutorial so you could see what this game will be like when you first jump in, because it does have a bit of a learning curve, so I'll help you get through that. Alright, so this does have the joystick type movement to move around. Might be a little bit difficult to play on an emulator, but as long as you're playing on a native device, it's good. You've got your story going on over here, and we're just going to skip past that because I want to leave you guys some mystery. And then we've got our skills. So I just made my camera small and moved it to the side so you could see what I'm doing. So these 3 over here are our skills. The 3 buttons you see here. And then you have your basic attack, which is what I'm using right now. So we're going to skip past the story again. Gotta leave a little bit of mystery, you know, and up to the next level. As you can see, that go directs you on where to go. I really love the artwork in this game. And the boss is approaching. So you kind of just run around. Landing basic attacks on bosses lowers their armor. Cool. And he's spanking us right now. But you just run around, do your skills, run away, come back, basic attack. And you repeat, and your skills are all on a cooldown. And you can mix the skills and the basic attacks. And while we're close, I landed all my skills, and now we're running away. So it is kind of a button mashing type game. The skills, of course, do have logic to them that you can look into once you're past the tutorial. But if you just want to button mash, or in this case, screen smash, you could do that too. And honestly, I get to know the skills by how they look visually. Up one more level. And we ran right into the boss, and we've met our first companion, which is going to help. He can serve as a meat shield for us. And I'm just doing basic attacks right now. And now we're going to use all these extra skills. The game was kind enough to give me extra. And it looks like the enemy's armor is down, so while he's vulnerable, it's time to use all our skills. And easy peasy, that was it. And look at that finishing move. He's so agile. My kind of guy. And we're perfect. Of course, right? And now we're going to jump into the actual gameplay. So it's still in tutorial mode. Unfortunately, I haven't found a good way to skip this tutorial. I wish I could, but it'll help us show some of the features, and I'll just kind of speed through it with you guys. So as you can see, if you tap on Finish Quest, it actually auto runs you to the quest giver that you need to go to, which is nice. So you're not just stuck wandering all around. Now we're going to talk to author Merrick, so we're going to hit Finish Quest again, and it's going to bring us right over. And now we know where he is for the future. And complete. And we've unlocked the skill system. So we can check out the skills we have. We're going to upgrade. So that just gave us an upgrade on our sliding slash. It's like a slippery slide. Those slippy slides, whatever they're called, you know. And you use them in the summer with the hose and soap anyway. And now we're going to learn us some new skills. And we've got a skill switch here too, so you could see what the upgrade did. Okay, and now we're going to start our first quest. We're little babies in the game. But we're just running right in. Boy named Joyce. That's the name the game gave him, because I already used Instagamer on my main guy. Okay, and we're in. And I know I'm hanging out in an awkward place on the screen. What can you do? So I'm going to use my skills to just clear through these guys super fast. And now the boss is approaching, and there he is with some minions. So skills. And as you can see, we can actually evade incoming attacks as well. So that'll help us dodge when we're in a tricky situation. Oop, boss is gonna do something. All right, let's go through them. Use our big skill. We did take some damage, just using auto attacks to clean up that guy. And I'm taking damage. I should probably be evading a little bit more. And you could see by that blue area where she was warming up her attack. Damn, I can't seem to avoid damage from her. Okay, our little dodge skill worked there. Okay. And we got her, I think. That ended rather abruptly. Victorious with a little leg kick. Perfecto. So this is one tip for the game. As you can see, there are 3 stars that you can get for every level. So you want to try to aim for that when you can, because it affects how many treasure chests you get. So we're going to finish up this quest, running back to the original guys. Now, as we progress through the levels, it actually gives us an auto fight as well that we can use, instead of having to fight on our own, which is kind of cool. From what I've seen, it's a little bit less effective than fighting on your own, which I guess is the trade-off that you have for something like that. I personally prefer fighting on my own, especially while you're learning. You want to fight on your own. And I think this is where we can finally skip the tutorial. So I'm going to skip that. But I think we will need to enchant our stuff or enhance it. So I'm just enhancing our weapons to make our lives a little easier. Now, when we get to level 10, we're going to get all new equipment, so I'm not sure if enhancing right now will be a waste of time. And look, as you can see, this is an RPG, and look, there's our other players who are online. Isn't that cool? I love having this right on mobile. It's the coolest thing. All right, so actually, I don't want to do that. Go back, please. I want to start a quest. And we'll do our main quest, which is that there are strange things in the crystal mines. Let's find out what those strange things are. Now, it looks like we have met the recommended combat power because it is green, so this should be an easy quest. Let's go in and do it. It does get to orange pretty quickly if you don't enchant your gear. And as you can see, it says go to tell us where we're going. And this game always makes you run into enemies. With only one left, I'll just use my basic. There we go. And so this way you can't get lost, although I don't think this would let us go in there anyway. You know me, always got to try to go wherever I'm not supposed to. So we're gonna go, oh, see, it always makes you run right into the enemies. So I personally always use my skills here and then I just kind of like run around until they come back in time for the boss. Okay, so I used my skills and dodged out of there. We cleaned up all the trash mobs. And now right into the boss. Now I am sitting a little close, which is dangerous, but he's slow. And now I believe we should have depleted a lot of his armor. I'm thinking maybe the orange is his armor. I'm not certain. And done. Victorious. I love that finishing move, though. All right, perfect. And now we're gonna go finish up the quest. And this is what you do. You basically do this over and over. But I have to tell you, once you get used to playing this game and get a knack for the basics, which I'm still getting a feel for. I've only played it through level, what was it, 12 or 13? But once you get the knack for it, it becomes really addictive because it's fun to play. My only complaint about it is that because of how it uses that joystick control, it's really awkward to use while holding in your hand, at least with an iPhone 6. It's kind of puts like a strain on your hands. So I do have to kind of play at a desk or a table where I can put it down. Which is a little less mobile than I like for a mobile game, but you know, there's going to be constraints. Overall, I think it's worth it. And we are in a desert, and this is where we could see the manual, semi mode, and then auto mode. So let's test it out. So this is full auto, and we're just gonna let it do its thing. And it's kind of really weird watching a game play on its own. Look at how many combos. Was I getting that many combos on my own? Let me try. Take off the auto. Let's see how many combos I get. $19 combos. It had way more before. I guess using any move is a combo. And there's our boss. And just slipping and sliding out of danger. I just took some damage. Because it gets very easy to just button mash and not pay. Oh, yeah, I was a little close there, see? And done. So not bad. It feels like auto mode was actually doing better than me, which is a little insulting. I'm sure that down the road when you have more skills, if you want to optimize their use or something, maybe it's better if you do it on your own. And now we're just finishing up that quest. We're leveling up. We're doing really well. It seems like for some reason, every time you finish a quest, you have to run to 2 of the quest keepers. I'm not really sure why. And now we're on to a new quest. Now this one, as you can see, it says main quest, Big Bad Beast, is in orange. So we might get wiped out on this one. It's a lot easier if we upgrade our stuff, but I'm up for a challenge. And if I lose, you guys can see what it's like if you lose. So let's go find out. And it actually warns us again that our power level is less than it should be. So we're gonna live life on the edge and go in anyway. Oh, we have backup. Or don't we? No, we do. So I have a feeling then that this won't be so bad, hopefully. I mean, if we have backup, I'm just not bothering to waste my spells on these guys since we have help. And more trash mobs. I'll use one spell to make it go quicker. Yeah, because I did deplete my health a bit. And I want my 3 stars. Oh, there's the boss. And you can see that red line for where he's going to attack. So let's clear out the trash mobs. Still a trash mob over here. There we go. Got him out of there. Oh. Run away. Even though the red was facing in the other direction, I didn't want to take my chances. Oh, I kind of slipped and slid the wrong way there. Oops. So you do have to be facing the right direction when you go to use your attacks. He's just, oh, dodge. Nice. Very nice. Didn't attack while sliding away. Use a skill. And we're gonna finish him off. Done. Dunzo. Nailed it. So even though he was above our level, we kicked his butt. And who can't kick like this guy? I mean, seriously, those kicks though. So I just turned in those quests and it looks like now we have a new skill. So we'll have skill number 3, skill upgrade. Not learned? Well, let's fix that. So now we learned Deadly Assault. And you can actually see what it is. It says it on the right-hand side. And as you can see here, you actually have combos of skills. And that is the key to great power. So this game is new, but I'm sure as it's out longer, there will be more guides on how to get the most out of your skills. Like if there's an optimal rotation, like there are in a lot of RPGs. And there's daily events. You can earn points. So that's pretty cool. So basically it assigns you dailies to give you a reason to log into the game every day. I've never tried one of these before. Let's try it together. Oh, 35 monsters and we're the only person here. Oh, geez, I'm scared. Oh my goodness. We're doing okay. Oh, that was it? Holla. 3 stars. Perfect. We did it. And there's no music for this, which is weird. 40,000 coins. That seems like an awful lot. And of course we could go in and enhance our weapons again if we wanted to, like we just did there. And you can enhance everything. And I believe if you get everything up to 9, that's actually one of these side quests. Artisan. Yes, enhancing all equipment slots up to level 9. Now, I don't know if we really need to do that because level 10 comes pretty quickly and you don't need to enhance all of everything in order to get to level 10. So I'm not sure if that's wasted or not. So I'm not going to do it right now. And now it is time for the juicy stuff, the tips and tricks and more info on the giveaway. So for the tips and tricks, I've got a couple really good ones for you. The first one is that when attacking bosses, they are susceptible to basic attacks. And if you land enough basic attacks on them, it depletes their armor. And when their armor is depleted, your magic spells are 30% more effective. Or not magic spells, whatever kind of spells you have for your class. So all those skills, I keep calling them magic and spells, your skills. So whatever skills you have for your class will be more effective if you auto attack the boss first. So basically what I found works for me is using my skills, especially my AoE skills in the beginning to clear all the trash mobs and make the way to the boss. Then when I have to wait for the timer to run down, I kind of just run around like a chicken with its head cut off and then go back for the boss. I might warm him up with the skills first, but if you can, it's best to just basic attack and whack down that armor so that then you can go ahead and use your skills. The second tip I have for you is that every level can be completed to 3 stars. Now, how do you get 3 stars? Well, there's 2 ways. One, you want to go through the level quickly, so you want to clear the level in the least amount of time possible. And 2, you want to do it while taking the least damage, and that shows your mastery. If you can do that, you will get 3 stars. And the final tip is actually the last thing I showed you, that there are daily events, so you want to make sure to log in every day if you're playing so you could take advantage of those and get your free coins. Now, for the giveaway. All the details are in the description below, but if you made it to the end of the video, I do have one extra tip for you, which is that if you tweet about this daily, then you will actually be given an extra entry daily for the giveaway. And what the giveaway is going to be is it's going to be in-game currency, so that if you do like this game and you start playing it, it'll give you a head start. I hope you enjoyed this. I have the link to download the game in the description below. It is really, really fun. I'd recommend you do it because I'm already addicted and the learning curve isn't that bad, and I walked you through the hardest part. So once you start playing, the actual dynamics feel really good, and it feels awesome to have an RPG right in the palm of your hands. It's a pretty great game, at least from what I've seen so far. If you want to see more of it, let me know by leaving a comment below and hitting that like button, and I could do a series of it or maybe even live stream it. How about that? Depends on what you want. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.